How about that cigar?
How about that cigar?
Whoa, Kermit voice tonight.
Little Kermit.
Nice. Guys, welcome to How About That Cigar Live, episode number 85. 85. It's crazy, guys. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. If you're listening after the fact on the audio podcast on your favorite podcast channel, thank you guys so much for joining us. We are live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube. Take just a second, if you would. Share us out to your favorite Facebook cigar group. Share us out to your feed. Let everybody know that we have gone live. Join in, as always, with questions and comments along the way. We will have them up on screen and share everybody's thoughts as we go into episode number 85. As always, guys, we come to you live from the Drew Estate Cigar Studios, and we want to tell you about the announcement that they are now shipping both the Undercrown Shady 20 and Undercrown Dojo Dogma Maduro to Drew Estate Diplomat retailers nationwide. Both the Undercrown Shady 20 and Dojo Dogma Maduro share a powerhouse blend that is similar to the Undercrown Corona Viva. Both cigars feature a toothy Mexican San Andreas Maduro wrapper, spicy Connecticut stock cut Habano binder, and showcase the highest quality Nicaraguan and Brazilian fillers. The Shady 20 is a 5x50 box press Bellicoso that is well aged and packs a punch while remaining smooth and sophisticated during the entire smoke. And the Dojo Dogma Maduro is unique within the core vitolos of Undercrown Maduro as a 6x56 box pressed Toro that is packaged in stunning 10-count boxes that also signifies the cigars are a limited edition release for 2020. For more info, please visit drewestate.com.
Well, you got through that.
Thank God I made it through that. That's a brand new read. So I forgot how to say English words all of a sudden. So again, welcome. Episode number 85. How about that cigar live? Tell us in the comments, as always. Let us know what you're smoking. Let us know what you're drinking while you are watching along with us here. So, do you want to talk about it? I'm okay talking about it.
I think we gotta talk.
As always, we're going to talk about our teams. I was lucky enough over this past weekend. I went with my brothers to watch the Packers play the Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. It was a great game to be at live. Two of us, out of my brothers and I, two of us are Green Bay Packer fans. One of us is a Colts fan. And we had a great time at the game. It was an awesome game to see. Super close, tight scoring game. A lot of action. We had overtime, the whole bit. Sadly, my Green Bay Packers did not win, but it was still a great experience being in the stadium again. A little bit weird, only like 12, 14,000 people there. Pretty quiet for what you normally hear at an NFL game, but absolute blast, being in the stadium again, seeing the Packers live. Great football game, tons of action, and I loved it. And the Vikings played a game as well, I think. Did they play a game?
Yeah, they did.
Well,
here's the thing about it is so frustrating to be a Minnesota Vikings fan. They made so many highlight reels.
Yeah.
For so many great catches and plays and still lost.
Yeah.
28-31 to the division leading 3 and
oh yeah,
Dallas Cowboys.
It was, and honestly, I didn't see the game because I was at the game, the Packers game, when it was going on. But when I saw the highlights later on YouTube, the Vikings played so well, and yet they still came away with a loss. Kirk Cousins had a great game. Dalvin Cook had another killer game.
A near perfect quarterback rating from Kirk Cousins, 152, which is, ridiculous. Dalvin Cook is a monster. Adam Thielen,
that dude is sick. Yeah, he's legit.
He is so good.
If you didn't already know Adam Thielen was legit, give me a break.
Yeah.
The game he had yesterday or a couple days ago was incredible.
It was.
It was a sad loss for the Vikings, but they played. There is no such thing as a moral victory, but they really did. If anything, it shows the fact that their talent doesn't their record doesn't reflect their talent.
Correct.
I think.
Yeah. And for both of our teams, and and I would say that similarly with the Packers and the Vikings, defense is where the biggest holes are. And
big time. Yeah. And for the Packers, I mean, you can't turn the ball over 4 times in a game and expect to win. I mean, the killer, I mean, overtime, first possession in overtime, we get the ball.
Oh my gosh, that
we
fumble.
we win the toss in overtime, and Scantling catches his pass, beautiful, coming across the middle, catches his pass, takes 2 steps, bam, pops it right out.
Yep.
Just you can't.
And that was a good pop.
Can't do that. The Colts defense is super legit.
Yeah.
I mean, just really, really good.
2 really good games to watch.
Yeah.
And I was fortunate to be able to watch both games. And, as a Minnesota Vikings fan, there's this, it's a fun border battle.
Yeah.
And I am unconventional in that I will root for the Packers if, we're not playing them, obviously, if the Vikings aren't paying, and I was rooting for them. Aaron Rodgers is just always fun to watch. And it was sad to see it kind of go down that way. Just turnovers. I mean,
yeah, that's what, that's why we watch. That's why they play the games, because you never know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get into it tonight, guys. Let's get to our special guests. And as always,
well, and real quick, sorry, before we do the read, one of our guys is a Dallas Cowboys fan. So I have a feeling that we're going to get into some talk.
Absolutely.
Because he and I were talking during this game, and it was a good time.
Yeah.
So
let's get into our special guest segment. As always, special guests on How About That Cigar Live are brought to you by Corona Cigar Company and coronacigar.com, the internet's largest and easiest to use virtual cigar store. Corona Cigar Company offers you the finest handmade cigars, humidors, and cigar accessories at the absolute lowest possible price. You'll also find unique and limited cigars containing Florida sun-grown tobacco. As a proud American, president and founder of Corona Cigar Company, Jeff Borshowitz, believed it was possible to bring cigar tobacco farming back to Florida. At Corona Cigar Company and coronacigar.com, you'll find the best selection anywhere in the world of cigars containing this special Florida sun-grown tobacco. If you live in Florida or are just visiting, be sure to visit any of the great Corona Cigar locations in downtown Orlando, Sand Lake, Lake Mary, and also the Davidoff of Geneva Lounge in Tampa. For more info on all of that, please visit coronacigar.com and floridasungrown.com.
boom.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please, welcome to How About That Cigar Live, episode number 85 from Divine Leaf Tobacco Company. Please welcome Orlando and Ralphie. Gentlemen, welcome.
Hey, I want to say this before we start this thing. Dog, we're going to get you to do our voiceover on our commercial because you sound like awesome.
Not the first time
I
I've heard
appreciate
that.
The second read was way better than the first. That's the first time I ever read that first commercial copy. So I stumbled like crazy on that one.
Yeah. So Orlando and I, we during that Vikings Cowboys game, he kept calling me and saying, "Y'all gotta start playing so that we can get that number 1 pick."
I asked him what the hell is wrong with his team. Why he ain't blowing my team out? That's what I asked him.
He did.
I said, man, I need you to tell second cousins to play like first cousins. Because he said, man, we're a second half team. I said, okay. I said, dog. So he got the lead, and I was like, yes. And
right.
then all of a sudden, I see he texts me all these mad emojis, and I looked. I said, God, dog, y'all killing me, man. Y'all killing me. I need the NFC lease. I do not want my team to win the NFC lease. I don't. I just don't. I can't. I mean, I've been a Cowboy fan since I was like 5, man. I mean, I'm like, come on, man. I need y'all to lose.
It's the first thing they see and never evolve from there, right?
Hey, don't start.
Ralph, who's your team?
I'm a Pittsburgh guy.
You're a Steeler fan.
Oh, yeah.
That must be rough right now.
Man, we don't even have these conversations. We don't even talk about football. We talk about everything else.
Who at the beginning of the year had Steelers at 10-0?
Nobody. They was trying to fire Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, nobody.
Hey, I got a question. So I seen you and your brothers. How do y'all, two of y'all Green Bay fan and one of y'all Indianapolis fan? How did that work? A house divided?
So we were all born and raised in Indiana, and about the time that right after high school, our oldest brother went into the Marine Corps, and the other two of us moved to Wisconsin and lived there for a long time. And then one of them moved back to Indiana, but stayed a Packers fan. I moved to Minnesota and stayed a Packers fan.
As you should.
Because by the time the Colts moved to Indianapolis, I was already, I was already 14 by the time the Colts, and that was 1984, and
from Baltimore, right?
From Baltimore, yeah. And so I really didn't follow, football back then. I watched some Cincinnati Bengals games because we were kind of on that side of Indiana, close to Cincinnati, but I wasn't really a big fan of anybody. And then I got to Wisconsin, man. Seriously, it was like as soon as you move to Wisconsin, you get a Wisconsin driver's license, and they hand you a cheese hat and a Favre jersey. And well, Favre wasn't the quarterback at the time, but they hand you a cheese hat and like, here you go, welcome to Wisconsin.
That's awesome.
All right, so I just want to start with kind of introducing you guys, and Orlando and I got connected through some mutual friends on Facebook, and I started learning a little bit more about what he was doing. He sent me some cigars. They were fantastic, and I talked to Matt and was like, we got to have these guys on the show. I like what they're doing, what they're about, and it's been a joy getting to know Orlando, and we've become fast friends, and we're like family, and it's a beautiful story. So can you guys tell us a little bit about how this Divine Leaf came to be?
Okay, so about 5 years ago, I wanted to get in the cigar industry. Well, not really wanted to get in the cigar industry. I was thinking about it. So I went to Nicaragua. I started a club called the Cigar Whores because I smoke a lot of cigars. So only thing I could think of was that I'm a cigar whore. So I started a club about 3 or 4 years ago, and then people started joining in. It wasn't really for people to join. It was just for me having fun. And then people started joining. And then a couple of guys from Nicaragua joined on to them. We became friends and talking back and forth. And I was so happy going to Nicaragua on a mission trips. I was forming a mission trip. I was bringing in dentists to help elderly people in Nicaragua. So I ordered probably about 3,000 cigars from the guy because I was just playing around with some blends. I wanted, I smoke for myself. So I fly into Nicaragua. I was there for 15 days. And in the process, I brought stuff for their wives because I was like, I might want to be in the business and I might not be. So I just want to, try to get in, do what I needed to do. So I bought their wives MAC makeup and all that other stuff. So, and then as we got to the hotel, we did all our mission work and we was on a break. And I was like, I'm finna go to the cigar factory. And I brought 15 doctors with me to the cigar factory, and they bought out the whole factory. They bought everything he made. And I was trying to pay for my cigars, and his wife comes out and says something in Spanish to him. And he says, Orlando, your money's no good here. But I don't do business like that because I know this is how you feed your family. So as I walked back into his office, I stuck the money underneath his mat, underneath the mat on his desk. And I knew if I told him it was there, he was going to come back, give it to me at the hotel. So I wait till I got all the way back to the United States. And I waited like 2 weeks. I waited like 2 weeks later. And I called him and I was like, yo, Jay, man, I left you a present, man. I'd like to thank you so much. And I wish I wouldn't have left the exact amount that I owed him because what he told me next was ugly. He says, what did I tell you? He says, your money's no good here. He said, I know how much I charged you and you left the exact amount. Now, next time you come here and I tell you your money's no good here, you better not leave a dime. And we've been family ever since. So and so he says, yo, man, you should be in the cigar business because your blends are good and what you're doing. And so I was like, nah, not really. So one night I was sitting on the couch and I was watching American Gangster. And the scene when he says, yo, man, we could be that direct connect. We're gonna go to when they got on the muse and they went down there to pick up the poppy seeds and all that. And I was sitting there and it just hit me in my brain. I was like, I'm the direct connect. Let's get this thing cracking. So for about 2 years, I just was making cigars. I wasn't putting labels on them or anything. I was just practicing on the blend. And that second year, I met Ralph. And Ralph was trying to be my business partner, but I didn't really know Ralph like that. So I was like, whatever. And then I did. You ask him. Once he get on here, he'll tell you. And I was like, yeah. He's like, I was like, whatever. And so I just kept on blending. I just kept selling out of cigars. I mean, I sold out. I mean, and then probably about the third year, I asked my guy. I said, man, I wish I knew how many cigars I sold. He said, in the last 3 years, you sold 250,000 cigars. He said, if you had a label, you'd be a millionaire. That's what he told me. And so we started labeling the cigars when Ralph became my partner. And we started labeling cigars and Ralph started blending cigars. And, we talked about how we was going to do this thing. Our method is small. My grandfather was a farmer. He used to say, boot. Well, he still says, he ain't dead yet. He says, dirt on your boots. That means you invested as a farmer. That means you really doing work. So we use small farmers and small factories to keep our level of quality consistent and good. Yeah. I think that's so important in the industry because I think the industry is old fashioned now. I call it outdated. That's what I call it. I call it outdated because people are selling names now. They're not making good cigars anymore. Some people are, but some people not. They're just putting labels on cigars and they selling them to you and they calling it premium. And that's not us. We want to make sure our quality is excellent every time we smoke a cigar. Me and Ralph smoke every cigar that you smoke. Like we'll smoke every cigar before we put our label on it. If it don't meet the standard, we're not putting it out. And then some. You're right. And then some. And we don't put it out. I think quality is the most important thing to me, and price point is really important to us. We want to make sure our cigar is affordable and people can put their hands on it and smoke it. I think that's the most important thing to us. So go ahead.
What was the first year that you started putting those blends together, and then after that, what was the first year that you actually created the brand name Divine Leaf and kind of officially generated it as a business?
Okay, so it was 2020, so 3 years ago. Okay. Well, 4 years ago now. So that was 2017, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yes, 2017. Late 17. And so Divine Leaf came about. So my bishop used to say, this is so divine. And I was like, and then C.S. Lewis called it the Divine Leaf. Mm-hmm. So, and when he used to say that, I was like, yeah, we're going to be the Divine Leaf Tobacco Company. And so I took the name, patented it, and then turned it into an LLC. And now we're the Divine Leaf Cigar Company. Because C.S. Lewis, I'm a big fan of C.S. Lewis.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
We
got a good viewer question from one of our friends, Scott. Says, hey, the Divine Leaf boys, how would you describe the flavor profile of your cigars?
Which ones? Look, which ones?
So you got, obviously there's a lot of different blends. So let's run through. Let's start, for example, the ones Garrett and I fired up that we're smoking right now.
Oh, that's the Stumbling Bear. I let Ralph take over there. That's his cigar. He created that monster.
Yeah. So Stumbling Bear pays homage to family members on the tribe. We come from the Stumbling Bear family. And I was just like, I want something different. Taste-wise familiar, you get a nice medium full. Mm-hmm. But I want something cosmetically out of the ordinary. So this just stand out, as well pays homage. So that outer wrapper you see there, that's supposed to mimic the headdress of Native Americans.
Cool.
And so we did a first blend. It was just way too strong.
Yes. Oh my.
Everybody who smoked it, they was just like, it floored them. It was like, okay, this is way too strong. So we had to call the factory. Hey guys, we said a medium full. You got to lighten it up a little bit because right now it's just strength for the sake of strength, and there's no enjoyment. It was crazy. I mean, it had this huge shaggy foot on it, and we're like, oh, we wanted the rope around there because it's supposed to be that headdress. It took a lot of tweaking, but we finally got it down. So if you like a medium full, Stumbling Bear's right up your alley. Nice slow smoke.
And where is the Stumbling Bear people?
We're in the Dakotas.
Okay. Are you part of the Lakota family?
Yeah. My grandparents, great grandparents, and even my folks, born on the reservation, Spirit Lake. They left the reservation before I was born, but we would go there every summer between the school years, and I'd just go to school off the reservation and I spend my summers there. And that's when I got to learn about, my family having history in tobacco. And that was a big drive of me getting into the tobacco game, was going back to the family roots.
Absolutely.
And tell us about these big, beautiful ring gauge.
Oh, that's all me right there. So look, okay, I'm gonna tell you about the kinetic. I'm sorry. My boys, we got a group of buddies that we smoke with all the time. The league. I say shout out to the league. And they called it the trans-netiquette. They said that it's light like a woman on the outside, but it's dark and it's a man on the inside. So how the cigar came about, I don't smoke Connecticut's. And me and Ralph was sitting in the garage, and Ralph had a joke. Ralph said, I bet you won't make a full body Connecticut. And I said, I bet you I will. So, it came about as a joke because I don't smoke Connecticut at all, and he was like, I bet you won't make a full body Connecticut. I said, okay, watch this. So it's a slow release. It goes to medium to full to full. Mm-hmm. And yeah, and it'll slap you. Yeah, it's definitely Ecuadorian Connecticut. It's a beautiful thing, man. That thing is good. That's one of my favorite cigars, and everybody who smoked it said that's one of their favorite cigars.
All right, so the old heads will recognize this reference. If you remember Hacksaw Jim Duggins,
yes,
and how he used to just do that arm bar.
Yes,
that's what that Connecticut did to me.
Hey, I'm not gonna even laugh. So check it out. So the first time I smoked it, I called Ralph. And I said, God damn, Ralph, this thing just slapped the hell out of me.
He answered the phone from his call, and it was pretty late in the evening. He calls me, and he's half dizzy because he smoked the whole damn thing. And he's like, hey, Ralph, you got to pick up the cigars at 9 a.m. I'm like, all right, I got it. We'll be there to pick up the cigars at 9. No, you're not understanding. We need to be there at 9, not 9:01. 9. I'm like, okay, I got it. Hey, man, set a reminder, 9 o'clock on the dot. We have to pick up the cigars. So I go and I pick him up, and I'm like, come on, let's pick up these cigars. And it's like,
no, I walk
maybe
out of my
10
balcony.
till 9.
So I walk out of my balcony. I said, what the hell Ralph doing here at 9 o'clock at my goddamn house? And Ralph was like, I said, Ralph, what you here so early for? He was like, told me to be here at 9 o'clock. I said, no, I didn't. That's how bad I was messed up.
You were cigar drunk.
I was cigar drunk. I mean, it was so good though. Like it's smooth and it doesn't hit you until later. Like it's a slow release and you just keep smoking it and smoking it and smoking. All of a sudden you try to get up, you're like, oh, what the hell?
And this speaks to the misnomer that dark cigars are strong and Connecticut's are light. and I love the juxtaposition of that Connecticut and the strength that it has. Not only in it's obviously it's got a lot of nicotine in there. It's one of the most heavy nicotine cigars I've had this year. But in flavor, it is full and delicious. It's not one of those super dark, strong cigars that are just, where it gets bitter and gross and really heavy. They're great full flavors.
Mm-hmm.
And then in this this darker.
Oh, that's what I'm smoking at. That's the Oscuro Habano. I'm smoking that right now. So this right here is one of my favorite sticks, boy. I love this stick. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all a story. So we sold out in 3 weeks. So we sold probably about 8,000 cigars, 5,000 cigars in 3 weeks. So we get together and have gatherings. So, our people come over, we hang out, and somebody pulled this cigar out their bag. I said, hey, man, let me get one of them cigars. He said, hell no, you got $35? I said, what you say? He said, you got $35. I said, dude, you gonna sell me my cigar for $35? He said, yeah. He said, because that's how good it is, and I'm not finna give it to you. And he didn't give it to me. I was so upset that night. I was mad. But the Oscuro Habano, man, it's something, we use a lot of different wrappers that not normally used in cigars.
Yeah.
That like people like not on the mainstream. So we try to stay away from that as much as possible because all our cigars have unique taste, have unique flavor, and those small forms, they classified as A+ wrappers. So that sounded like I was like Eminem or some A+ rappers. But so, that's what we use on all our sticks. And I think it's working out for us, man. We just trying to be different, man. We love to be different, man. Like I tell Ralph all the time.
Sometimes says I'm too different, though. Freaking. I tell him,
Ralph, don't start.
999 are bad, but one of them is good. They're going to remember the one. So I'm going to throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks.
Hey, y'all don't got to sit through these meetings with him when he be talking that craziness. And then our guy, another friend of ours, his name is Ben. Ben is his cheerleader. He always has something to say. Ralph, that's great. No, it's not. Stop. Like, I'm the realest of the group. I'm going to tell him that does not make any sense, Ralph. No one's buying that.
Oh, but they are. Or they will.
And I said that about the Raven, and I was wrong. Oh man, that's the OG2 Perfecto black and silver label, Maduro, Sandreas Maduro. Man, that right there is delicious.
Beautiful.
It's like
Perfecto.
Yeah. It's like a pretty girl you want to take to the prom.
That is pretty. And this next cigar, so when Orlando sent me the first pack of cigars that I got, the very first thing I did was look and say, what the hell is this? I took a picture, I sent it to him, and he immediately called me. Okay, so I'm just going to show you this. Looks like a normal cigar. Oh, wait, what's that? Is that a nipple? What the hell is going on here?
So, okay, let me tell you about this cigar. So Ralph is crazy. That's all I want to tell y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Ralph has some of the strangest ideas in life. Like I look at him, I was like, dude, nobody's buying that mess. What are you talking about? Like, no one's doing that, Ralph. We're gonna be out of business before we even get there. Because you making up stuff. So that cigar came from the mind of that lunatic in the corner. Mm-hmm. So we sitting in the garage. He's like, man, we should put a cigar inside a cigar. And I was like, and I'm looking at him. I said, Ralph, are you drinking water? Or are you drinking cognac with me? What are you doing? He says, no, dog. A cigar inside a cigar is going to be beautiful. And I was like, no, it's not. I don't even think they could do that. It's not even possible.
And I'm like, just call the factory. Just call them. Tell them to make it.
Hey, listen, y'all. It's 1:00 in the morning in America. He says, call the factory at 1:00 in the morning in America. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. I pick up the phone. My boy says, anytime you call me like this, Orlando, you have a crazy idea. That's what he says. You know, I was like, it's not me, Jay. It's not me, Jay. It's that boy Ralph. That's who it is. I was like, yes, it is. I said, Ralph want to ask you something. He says, what did he want? I said, he want to know, can you put a cigar inside a cigar? He says, oh, that's nothing. And then he hung up the phone on me. He didn't say bye. He just hung up the phone. And then he says, and so he calls me the next day and he shows me a picture of this. And I was like, it's like, what it tastes like. He says, you doubt me? And then I was just asking questions, man. I don't know why he gets so like hyped up when I ask him questions. And I was like, I'm just asking you a question. You doubt me? Then he goes down to his family lineage. So he says, you doubt me? My father rode for Castro. My mother rode for Castro. I've been rolling cigars since I'm 6 years old. And I'm like, hey man, calm down. I'm just asking a question. He says, it's great. And I was like, okay, well, all right, yeah. Ralph, what you gonna name that cigar? That's it. I left it alone after that. Yeah, craziness, man.
So after the conversation I had with Orlando about, remind me, what is the name of that cigar?
That cigar is called the Raven.
The Raven.
Yeah.
So after
don't worry about it. They mislabeled at the factory. Don't worry about it. That won't happen again. I know you see the OG2 label on it. Yeah. Don't worry about it. It's pretty though.
It is.
Yeah.
So I talked to Orlando and we talk about the Raven and some of the other things. And I hang up with him and I'm like, what did I just get myself into? This is when I started to see the crazy. And I was like, I don't know, and to be honest with everybody, there's a lot of boutique brands out there, a lot of small brands out there that we talk to, we meet, we get cigars, and not all of them are up to snuff, to be honest. And the fact that these guys are on the show will let you know that we're advocating for them, that not only are they good people, but they put out a good product that we're proud to have on this show. Because the last thing we want is for any of our viewers or listeners to go out, purchase any of these cigars and say these guys are trying to sell us shit, and that's not what we're about at all.
Hey, I say this all the time. You buy cigars and you don't like it, you can call me on my cell phone. I'll give you my number right now. Area code 281-782-5887. If you don't like my cigars, I'll buy you something you like.
You're about to get a bunch of dick pics. Just so you know.
Hey, don't send me that.
Actually, I'm just like.
You see how he be acting up? You see how slick he is? I keep on telling you. It's fine. Like I said, I'll buy you something that you like. If you don't like our cigars, I stand behind my product like that. And it's that good. I don't say it's that good. Everybody else says it's that good.
So I'll tell you, when Garrett first showed me about a month ago or so, when you first sent the cigars to Garrett and he showed me the cigars, I looked at this cigar and I was like, what the fuck?
Hey, don't worry about it. Everybody said the same thing. And I was like, what the fuck is this?
I was like, are you kidding me? What is this? Is I was like, where's the camera? There's got to be a hidden camera somewhere looking just to get my reaction, to make a meme out of it or something. But then, and I haven't smoked it yet, but Garrett sat right next to me while we were, I think we were just watching movies or something. He sat right next to me and smoked this cigar.
Yep.
And you would think, okay, look, there's this box press, cigar with a little, thin ring gauge cigar inside of it. Now I'm thinking this cigar is not going to burn well. It's going to be just a big mess. And it burned perfectly the whole time. Yep. And the smoke wafting over from him smelled great the whole time. So there's no, is it weird? Yeah, it's weird, but did it smoke properly and did it smell good? Yes, it did.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a cigar. I'm not gonna even act like it. That is a hell of a cigar. I mean, even when it came to me at first, I was like, man, this is bullshit. This shit ain't gonna work out. And I look. I'm gonna tell you this. Ralph has told me this all the time. He says, Orlando, we don't make cigars for you. That's what he tells me all the time. And I'll be like, I ain't nobody like this bullshit. Because I don't like everything we make. I can tell you that now. But
Yeah, Jeffrey chiming in. And, so I got to say that was, I think, the first cigar I had from you guys. And I was impressed. And like Matt said, I was like, I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if this is going to smoke right. I don't know, but it did. It smoked perfectly. The roll job on all of these cigars is fantastic. On this, on this cigar, it has
the Stumbling Bear.
It has such a big shaggy foot. It has the biggest shaggy foot of any cigar that I've had. I was always worried about lighting it that, it was going to get all jacked up. I haven't touched this cigar once, and it is a razor sharp burn.
All right, we always say one of our logos is that Divine Leaf, we got the ash because all our cigars got nice ash.
Mm-hmm. Look at that ash.
Look at that ash.
So one of the things that we like to learn about, because for a lot of cigar nerds who have had chances to go to Central America and visit cigar factories and different cigar factories in different countries and stuff like that, it's really cool to see how so much of the process from factory to factory, most of it's the same, but there are little kind of cool differences from one factory to another that set them apart. What were some of the things that kind of, because I'm sure you had a lot of factories to choose from and a lot of different relationships you could work with, but what made you decide on these people that you're working with to have your cigars made there?
Well, in Nicaragua, we own the factory. Me and Ralph own the factory. Yeah.
Okay.
So
we your own shop.
Yeah, we do our own stuff. So, and then our boy Jay is our head master roller, and we have 4 pair of rollers, and we do anybody else's cigar who wants us to do it, but mainly they roll our cigars, man, because we sell so many cigars right now. Like, it's really been amazing. And like I say all the time, I like to thank everybody who's buying our cigars, who's promoting our cigars, who's posting our cigars. I really appreciate it. And like I tell them all the time, I love all of y'all. If y'all ever in my city, if you ever in Fresno, California, and you near me, all you gotta do is hit me up, and you come smoke with us.
Yeah.
And I mean it.
As I was saying, a lot of it is just appreciation for the customer. Fresno, Clovis, they're right next to each other city-wise. I'm out here in Clovis. So if you're in Clovis, hit me up. I'm at Cigars LTD in Clovis. Come into the shop. I'm working here. Sit down, have a cigar with us. If I'm not at the shop, I'm at Orlando's house. It's like maybe a 5-minute drive. So there it is there.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, man. And our Cigar Horror Club, we have probably about 200 faithful members in Fresno, and we smoke with our members all the time. I mean, I think it's something that I think cigar industries have got away from a lot of customer service and being interacting with the customer. I think that things make us different, because it doesn't matter how high we get or how much our company gets bigger. We're going to always do this because we love it. It's something that we love to do. We love to interact with clients and customers and all that, because that lets you know if your cigar is good or not. Because they'll tell you, that cigar nasty as hell. And you be like, oh, I'm going to throw that in the trash can. But,
Yeah.
But I think
we had that happen a few times.
Yes, we have.
Our first crack out of Connecticut, it was just crummy. It was garbage.
It was terrible. Oh my goodness.
It was a tasting party. No one liked it. We didn't like it. It was just, we told the guys, don't worry about it. We're not going to sell it, but thanks for the opinion.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Orlando has always, asked for my honest opinion on stuff. So we've got one more cigar here that you guys sent us.
Oh man, let me tell you something. So I'll tell you a story about this cigar. So Ricardo Blanco, My boy Rick started that company. Rick saw what we were doing, and we merged. We merged as a partnership because his cigar is so good. Like for real, like we don't really mess with anybody else's cigar who making cigars, to be honest, because our standard is so high. I mean, and what he's doing with that cigar, man, that cigar is special, man. That's a nice cigar. It's not a full body, it's medium to mild, but the flavors inside of that cigar is good. You can ask Ralph. Ralph will tell you.
Oh, it's damn tasty.
If I don't like a cigar, I don't give a damn who in the room. I won't smoke it. I'll put it right in the ashtray. He laughing because we were some other places and we had some big time folks I won't mention no names. We had some big time folks in the building with us, and they were doing a tasting, and I lit up a cigar and I just flicked it in the ashtray, and I was like, man, I'm finna go home.
So now I know that you guys are doing, so you've got your own stuff. You're doing stuff with Rick. Can you talk a little bit about the cigar of the month thing that you're going to be launching? Also, we've had a couple people asking where they can get cigars. We'll do another follow up on that at the end of the show, but if you can just let us know kind of where the business is going.
So December 18th. I'll talk about this. December 19th, before the 18th, we have a pre-launch party. We have an online party because COVID-19 won't let us party. So we're gonna have an online party. You can look it up on Cigar Whores. If you're not a member of Cigar Whores, because it's a private club, just friend Orlando G on Facebook, and I'll let you into the party. So December 19th, we're having a pre-launch party and all that good stuff. But December 20th, our website will launch. We probably have the best cigar club that you're going to ever join. I'm going to tell you this now. You get 8 premium cigars for $55 a month. And the first 100 people that join our cigar club on December 20th, we're going to give you a custom ashtray. That's custom. It's going to be limited. It's going to be only 100 people. It's going to be a limited custom ashtray, something that me and Ralph have. And because we got so many ashtrays, we got ashtrays like crazy. I'm going to send you guys ashtrays. Don't worry about it. I got y'all.
What's really great is with the ashtray, we partnered up with a little local woodworker here, and he makes our ashtrays for us. So we get to pick the wood and everything, and he's got incredible skill on engraving. So when we say it's a custom ashtray, these are one-of-a-kind things. They're going to be numbered 1 through 100. Each one's going to have a different design. Cigar bands, Divine Leaf. Certain people are going to get their last names on there, stuff like that. And that's going to be included with the club. You get this ashtray as a thank you for supporting us, loving us, smoking our cigars.
Yeah.
And that's Ralph's idea. I don't like giving nothing away. I'm serious. Hey, y'all better be glad that, Ralph is my business partner, because I don't give nothing away. Everything got a price. Ralph was like, no, we got to give something to the people. So I was like, man, whatever. So, yeah. So Ralph got y'all free ashtrays for the first 100 people, And then on our website, what we're going to do is we're going to have exclusive box drops, from small boutique cigars that people never heard of, because, we get samples sent to us from all over the world, because I've been to Cuba, I've been to Dominican, I've been to Honduras, I've been to Costa Rica, I've been to Nicaragua, and everybody has their own blends in those places. Oh, I'm gonna plug somebody right now, because I'm gonna say this right now. I don't smoke Candela cigars. Ralph is my witness. So a guy from Puerto Rico named Willie Cigars. Let me tell you something, y'all. Willie
Best
Cigars.
damn Candela in the world.
Best damn Candela in the world. I don't smoke Candela cigars, but I smoke his. It don't taste grassy. It don't taste none of that. I'm talking about it's beautiful. So he's one of our partners. We'll have exclusive boxes from him of Candela cigars and his special blend on our website. We'll have a lot of exclusive things going on with different people at the time. And so it's gonna be definitely something beautiful. Our cigar website will be different than anything you see. It's gonna be really nice. I just got a text message saying I need more light. I'm gonna stand right here in front of the light because y'all can see me. All that's gonna do is make it worse. I know. But I mean, our website is very different. It's going to be very interactive. People are going to be able to get on there. We're going to have a fan page. We're doing a contest. Who makes the greatest fan page video or memes or whatever else you get. You get some free gifts. That's Ralph again giving away free stuff. That ain't me. That ain't me. That's not me, y'all. That's not me giving away nothing free. Orlando don't give away anything free. Y'all remember that. But
what is that website?
The website is thedivineleaftobaccocompany.com. It'll be up December 20th. Yeah.
Yeah. And then when he mentioned the club, how it's going to be out of the ordinary. So you're getting it direct from us. Every 3 months, there's going to be a surprise in there.
See,
I don't want to give it away.
There you go, giving away stuff again.
Yeah, it's going to be something that they'll appreciate. And that's for every member of the group, not just the first 100. Those guys get the free ashtray, but every member of our Cigar of the Month Club on your 3 month mark, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, so on and so on, as long as you're with us, we add a surprise on that third month.
That means it's free. That's what that means.
Well, we got a question from another question from Scott.
Scott, what's up, Scott?
How often do you travel down to Nicaragua?
Well, usually I go probably like 4 times a year because I love Nicaragua. The weather's beautiful. The people are great.
Yeah.
And it's cheap to fly there, man. I stayed 15 days. I think I spent like $800.
Yeah.
And that includes meals. That don't include the cigars. That includes meals. Yeah. Hey, Scott, we're talking about doing some Divine Leaf trips to Nicaragua. Once we get them all together, I will let y'all know so I can take these 2 bozos right here with me on the cast. They can come with me and have a great time because I think we can have a great time together. So,
Yeah. Right now, nothing's come of it, and COVID really hampered the deal. But
yeah,
I like to go to Asia to see what they're doing with the cigar game.
Mm-hmm.
And Indonesia's got some nice leaves. That Sumatra leaf is tasty to me.
It is.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want to see the source of that. Hopefully, we can start incorporating some Asian tobaccos into our blend.
See what I'm talking about? All this tomfoolery. You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? He always listen to me, y'all. Every time we have a meeting, he's always off the hook because he's always talking. I'm gonna tell y'all something. What he told me the other day. He said, "Yo, man, we need to make a dinosaur cigar."
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means, but
no, like a Tyrannosaurus Rex
shaped cigar.
A cigar in the shape of a dinosaur.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta see it. See it.
Hey, you see how you looking? I look the same damn way. I was like, ain't nobody buying that shit.
Well, it was a great show. Good night, everybody.
It's gonna happen eventually. It'll be a one-time thing. Be a raffle. We'll donate the proceeds to the hospital my wife works at. She works at Valley Children's over here. Hey guys, we're just gonna do a raffle. Donate the proceeds to them. It's gonna be 1 or 2 cigars shaping some dinosaurs because it's different. It's something crazy. Like I said, I am the resident madman for Divine Leaf.
Ain't nobody smoking that cigar.
They ain't got to smoke it.
Speaking of the website, I'm sorry. I'll go back to that. So, because he gonna run off on a tangent.
Oh, sorry.
He gonna run off a tangent about this damn dinosaur.
Say that.
Can you hear me?
Now you're good.
So speaking of websites, so once you're a member of our club for 5 months, we have a secret humidor that you have access to. So the secret humidor is gonna have some of our favorite cigars that we smoke in it, and you better this Ralph again giving away stuff for free. You better pick one of those cigars for free inside the secret humidor. It's gonna be really some really high class stuff. It might be some Cubans in there. I said might because but some stuff that we smoke and we love to smoke, and some exclusive stuff from us as well. So definitely. And then we have Another thing we doing. So our wood guy made a treasure chest, and he made a humidor. So it holds 350 cigars. So we're gonna have a raffle. So if you spend $100 or more on our website, you get a ticket like you Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory. Because that's what I call it. I call him Willy Wonka of the cigar world because he got some strange ass ideas. So you better get you spend $100, you get a ticket, or you can buy your raffle ticket for $10 a ticket, and you'll get the humidor and 300 cigars inside the chest. It's beautiful too.
Nice.
I started to just keep it for myself, but I was like, dang, that's so nice. Mm-hmm.
So can you guys think of one or two people that over the years you consider maybe inspirations or even mentors, in premium cigars, people that you've taken maybe inspiration from afar or had an opportunity to talk to and get some advice from in the premium cigar world?
Well, I know for me, I started working at Cigars LTD, and the owner, Micah Johnson, really amazing guy. We get to talking and smoking, and I was like, Micah, I want to get into the game. I want to be a part of this, industry. He's like, all right, we'll meet up, we'll talk. I'll show you how I got into it, so you could avoid the headaches and pitfalls that I had, when I went from off the street into the cigar world. And you can learn from my mistakes. I'll coach you on this. And I was like, you sure that's not like a competition thing? He goes, no, it's not. He goes, you're doing something for the cigar industry. You're not taking customers away from me. Why wouldn't I mentor you through this? And he taught me the in and outs of how to open a lounge, how to get a blend going, taught me some stuff about blending because he has his own line. It's just been a great mentor to me throughout my journey of tobacco. Nice.
Orlando, what about you? Any mentors or inspirations you can think of?
Hey, Ralph, you brought a tear to my eye. That was some beautiful shit. Because what I'm about to say now is not going to be. Actually, you know what? Not really. I don't know a lot of people in the industry. Ralph does because he's in the industry. I just love cigars, and I just started this as a pipe dream, really. I always, my thing is this: if I can see it, I can achieve it, and I'm gonna make it happen by any means necessary. I smoke a lot of great cigars. I've been to Cuba a couple of times. I've been to Dominican a couple of times, and I just kind of imagined in my mind about what I wanted our cigar line to be and the excellence that we want to do, because our slogan is a taste of excellence. So I definitely want it to be an excellent cigar, and I want people to love it. Not everybody gonna like it. It's not for everybody. I know that, but I kind of just went on the grind myself and just went at it, and that's where we at this point right now. The cigar industry is a little bit different because not everybody's like Micah. Micah's a good guy. Like, he's a really good dude. And not everybody's like him because the cigar industry, they're kind of selfish. They're kind of in their own lane and they want to be in that lane. They don't want you to come in their lane. So I told Ralph, when we started this business, we're going to carve our own damn lane out. We're going to be different. And like me, for instance, I'm a giver. I'm a sharer. So, just for instance, yesterday I got a, hey, sometimes information is free. Yeah, definitely. Information is free. Because somebody taught me the information, so I kind of pass it on. Like, for instance, one of my guys, Jay from Big Boy Cigars, he called me last night. We had a great conversation for about 2 hours, and he's new to the industry. And I was just talking to him about his cigar. And he said, I'm going to fly out and hang out with y'all, man. And I said, man, you come on out to my house and hang out. We'll tell you what we really think about your cigar. You might not like it, but you might like it, because these dudes are brutal, man. Our friends, not really friends, I don't think, because they terrible, man. But I love them. But yeah, I'm willing to share information, man, because I don't think we're in competition at all. All we doing is growing the industry, because the cigar industry needs to be grown and loved and taken care of. Mm-hmm. I look at it like you got an infant baby, even though it's not infant, you're not an infant. but the way they do business is very infantry-like because we're not into the 21st century. We still in 1979 or 1960 because you look at these websites, you be like, man, what the hell is this? And how they do business. We got to be more interactive with our customer base, and that kind of thing. So, I mean, that's our thing is a little bit different than we handle our customers and our website and what we do. We're really interactive with our people. I think that's the most important thing because without you all, there's no us. Not at all. Not whatsoever. And I'm really humbled and I'm amazed. I will tell you this, G, I'm so amazed at the reaction of what people say when they smoke our cigar. I mean, I don't even know what to say sometimes. I was like, thank you. That's all I can really say because it's amazing. And I never thought this would happen. I was just making cigars because we were having fun. Yeah. And them coming out to be really good and people love them. It's just a bonus. It's just a bonus for us, And like I tell Ralph all the time, the money don't mean anything to me, really. It's just a means for us to do more cigars. But the impact that we have on people and how we meet people and how we interact with people, that means the world to me. I mean, it means the world to me. I love it. I love people. And if y'all want me to show up somewhere, if you somewhere cold, I'm not coming in the wintertime. That's not happening. I got tropical skin. The sun needs to be shining. It needs to be 75 or 80 degrees or I ain't coming. I'm telling you. I told G that too. G said, come we gotta get you Minnesota. I said, ain't no way here I'm coming while it's cold there, man. You can kill that.
only between only June, July, and August. That's pretty much.
I'll be there. I'll be there with bells on. But you talking about when it's cold and snow on the ground, man, y'all can kiss my behind on that one. I'm cool.
So can you think back to, kind of when things were first starting to roll and the factory was getting going and the blends were coming out and you started to tweak the blends and you got the blends to where you wanted them to get, but kind of in between there's always going to be little hurdles and obstacles and things that come along. So can you think of some of the big obstacles that you had to find creative ways to get around when you were first getting going?
Yeah, California state taxes.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why we incorporated in South Carolina and our building our warehouse in South Carolina. Yeah, because 65% is ridiculous, man. They need to stop this nonsense, man. Because you do business in California, we partners. You got more of the company than I do, and I started it. That was the main thing that we were trying to do because we're trying to keep the cigar affordable. We were trying to get the cigar so when it hits the shelf, it's at $10. Because I'm a cigar smoker. If I see a new cigar that's $15, I ain't smoking it. Because I don't know what it tastes like. I ain't wasting $15 on it. But I will pay $10 for a cigar if it's on the shelf. And our main focus at the beginning was not to be in shops at all. It was never to be retail at all. It was all about our cigar club and what we do. And then people start smoking our cigars and start posting our cigars and shops start calling us. And I told Ralph, I said, man, I ain't got time to be babysitting those shops. That's what I told Ralph. And Ralph was like, no. Because I'm a little hard-headed and I may be a little bit of asshole sometimes.
A little. You're bigger one than me.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, maybe a lot sometimes. So
there we go.
So I told him, I said, man, I ain't trying to be dealing with this mess, man. I said, because, we got all certain jobs. We got all certain things that we do. So my job is marketing, blending cigars, making sure our cigars get here, from the factory to us. And I was like, man, I'm not trying to be dealing with these people, man. I said, dude, all they do is wine. All cigar the owners do is wine. If you send them a dry cigar, they're going to say, oh, y'all had one cigar that was dry. Out of 100? For real? Is that what we talking about? So, and, actually it's been a great experience dealing with the shop in Virginia, the shop in Houston, McCoy's Fine Cigars, the Burning Leaf in Virginia. They've been really great to us. I cannot say any bad thing to us. They've been great to us.
And Virginia's my old stomping grounds. I love your town.
So we got a invite here, and I'm going to echo this invite. So we got a group here in Minnesota that's on Facebook. We call it Minnesota Herf Connection, MHC, and we have a big every year we have a big winter herf and a big summer herf. So
I'll be for the summer.
You guys got an open invitation. When we find out when the summer herf's going to be, we'll let you guys know.
Oh, we'll come during the summer. I've been to Minnesota in the summertime. It's beautiful. And I've been there in the wintertime. It's terrible.
Yeah. It's no fun here in the winter, but the summers are pretty spectacular.
Yeah, I don't know how y'all live there in the wintertime, man.
The older I get, the tougher it gets. My brother and I were talking about this on the long drive home from Indianapolis. The older I get, the harder it is to survive the winters here. Honestly, it's. Yeah, I've been.
So y'all both married, right?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where your wife from?
My wife's from here, born and raised.
You'll never leave. Where's your wife from?
Yeah, trust me, I know. I've been asking for our 25 years of being together. My wife and I have been asking to move to Texas, and it's always a big no.
The greatest state in the union. That's where I'm from, Houston, Texas. It's a beautiful thing. Don't worry about it. You'll never get there. You can go visit though. G, what about your wife?
Yeah, I'm the same story.
Oh yeah, y'all gonna die old and cold. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
Sure, we're gonna be like grumpy old men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Because it's old.
No, but I think that was the biggest hurdle that we had, just the taxes, and then trying to keep the cigar affordable for our customer. And shipping is a bitch. I'm just telling y'all that now. Shipping from Nicaragua to Miami to South Carolina to California is terrible. It's definitely terrible.
Yeah,
it's terrible. So that's about the biggest hurdles we have. We got the blends probably down to a science. The only thing we were. Yeah, that was a fun part. We smoked some bad cigars. I'm gonna tell you that now. We smoked some bad cigars, and it was terrible.
And that's one of the things that you have to do. I mean, so Garrett and I are watching this just before we got on the streamcast here. Garrett and I were watching this show with this guy who does woodworking projects, and the thing that I like about this guy is on his channel he shows all his mistakes. So we can learn from them kind of along the way. And that's one of the things even about making cigars. You got to smoke through a lot of really bad blends before you come up with the ones that you know that people are going to enjoy and that are blends that people are going to like. So that's and it's fun. It's a fun process, sitting down and you smoke through an inch and a half of a cigar and you realize, okay, this sucks. So let's move on to 4B and 4C.
And we had many of those days, man. It was hilarious. Actually, I was like, man, what the hell is this?
And that's part of the fun of it is just coming up with those blends until you get them right. And,
in the average, and majority, I would say 99% of cigar smokers have never had that experience. Because even some of the quote unquote bad or unpopular cigars in the humidor are still far and away better than some of those bad test blends that come out. So a lot of work and a lot of blending and a lot of things have gone on before they get to those shelves. Because people are investing in this product and they want to put out a good product. But I think, in my opinion, from what I've smoked from you guys have gone above and beyond.
DJ's got a good comment. From a customer standpoint, the biggest obstacle is keeping them in stock.
Hey, DJ Prince, you are telling the truth. Let me tell you something. That's my job. It's the hardest job ever. Because
I keep telling, we're gonna have a headache regardless starting this business. We can either have good headaches of having too many customers and not enough cigars, or the bad headache of having too many cigars and not enough customers.
That's right.
Either way, the headache's coming.
Yeah.
And so I'm a perfectionist, y'all. So I try to make sure that everything we do is like A, B, C, D. You know, I'm really that dude. And so it drives me crazy how we run out of cigars. You know, we ordered 5,000 to 8,000 cigars. They were going in 3 weeks. And my mind can't fathom that. Like my mind doesn't calculate. I was like, man, what the hell just happened? Like, I was like, where did they go? You know, but we have 200 customers in Fresno alone.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah. And we said, so our bundle cigars at 20 goes for 145. You can't beat that price nowhere for 20 cigars ever in life.
Yeah.
And so when they come in, they go out as fast as they come in. So, you know, we're trying to squeeze down on our customers here in Fresno and make them go to the website because the cigars go so fast and we can't keep them in stock fast enough. And then we want to keep the quality of the product the way it is. You know, I don't want to rush our rollers on rolling them and all that stuff and you get bad product because that gives us a bad reputation. So what I've done is I ordered 10,000 cigars this time.
There you go. Now, MSRP the same across the board?
Say again, I'm sorry.
Is the MSRP the same on all your cigars?
It depends on what it is. Like the one you smoking. Well, if you buy the bundle, we'll give a mixed sample pack, so it'll go out the same way, the same price. Yeah, on the mixed bundles, on the mixed sample pack, yeah, it'll go out. We don't sell individual cigars on our website because it's unfair to the vendors that carry us because they can't beat our price.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
So it's unfair to them.
You got to take care of your vendors too.
Yeah, it's definitely unfair to them because they'll sell a cigar for $10 and we can sell it for $8.
Yeah.
And we still making money. So it's unfair to them that we sell individual cigars. So, you know, we do the cigar club. So you got different levels of cigar club. You got the $55, you got the 145 for 20. And then you got the executive club. You got the executive club that we have. You know, it's $200 for, what you say, 30 cigars, Ralph? Is that what you tell me?
We're going to do 35 cigars, and they're going to have little personalized stuff from either myself or Orlando.
There you go, giving away stuff again.
Well, thank you cards. They're going to be handwritten by us, which, I mean, we got to prepare for those hand cramps when that club starts growing.
Yeah.
But this way, you know, hey, we did it ourselves, just us two, thanking you. Here's this handwritten note in each and every bundle on that 200 mark.
Why the computer can't do that? I just signed it.
We agreed on that handwritten part.
Well, you made me agree. It's not like I was like, yeah, okay, Ralph, I want a handwritten and all. Man, do y'all see what I'm talking about? You see what I get?
We didn't have you guys here to have a Dr. Phil moment.
Yeah, I'll play the intermission music while you guys have a lovers quarrel in the back.
All right, guys, we're gonna move on.
Yeah, let's move to our next. We're gonna move into our next segment here, guys. So let me pull up my graphics and get all that going here. So it's time for this week's Smokabulary word, and Smokabulary, as always, is brought to you by AJ Fernandez. Born and raised in Cuba, AJ Fernandez now produces unparalleled premium cigars in Esteli, Nicaragua. The day-to-day operations at Tabacalera AJ Fernandez are managed under the watchful eye of Mr. Fernandez himself in order to ensure superior quality. The AJ Fernandez portfolio of premium cigars provides blend, strength, and flavor profiles to match the preferences of any premium cigar consumer. Whether it's New World, Dias de Gloria, San Latano, Enclave, or Bellas Artes, you are sure to be satisfied with a premium cigar from AJ Fernandez. So this week's Smokabulary word is Ometepe. So Orlando, Ralph, when I say Ometepe, what does that word mean?
Donkey shoe in Spanish.
That's not true. That's not true.
Oh, sorry.
Well, in my mind, I've heard that before from my blender.
Yeah.
It's a tobacco that's grown in, I want to say, in the mountains of Nicaragua.
Yep.
And it's definitely something that's unique because of the ash that comes down from the volcano. And so, yes, I've heard that before. And actually, we use that tobacco in our cigars. And it's expensive as hell. I just wish I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'll pull a picture of it up here. So Ometepe is a couple small volcano islands in the middle of Lake Nicaragua, and there's a small growing region there, and it produces tobaccos that are really known for kind of a distinct earthy kind of mineral sort of characteristic. I actually know a few people who absolutely cannot stand Ometepe in any way, shape, or form. They've tried it in blends before and they don't like it. I have smoked quite a few blends with Ometepe tobacco in it that I enjoy. I think it can balance out really nicely if it's put together in the blend the right way. So, but that is this week's vocabulary word, Ometepe. It is some volcanic islands in the middle of Lake Nicaragua.
Mm-hmm. And matter of fact, that bear you smoking has Ometepe in it.
There you go.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So should we go to...
I think we should.
We should?
Yeah, let's do that.
It is now time for...
Numero
de los Muertos.
Oh, Lord.
All right, guys. Numero de los Muertos is brought to you by Oveja Negra Brands. They bring you premium smoking experiences forged from tobacco, time, and talent. Comprised of Black Label Trading Company, Blackwork Studio, Dissonant, and Emilio, Oveja Negra Brands provide smokers uncompromising blends renowned for their flavor and lasting impression. Oveja Negra, where art and tobacco collide. Join the flock. Visit ovejanegracigars.com to learn more.
Hey, man, we're going to have to get a goddamn session on here, man. Y'all got all these sponsors. We're going to get, hey, I want to be look, when y'all say our stuff, I want us to be the first and the last because ain't nobody remember nothing that's in between. All they remember was the first sponsor and the last sponsor. I want to be that. That's what I want to be.
Well, we can definitely arrange that, Orlando. But you remember what you said a few minutes ago about not giving anything away?
Oh. Well, I already know what this is gonna cost. It's gonna have to give something away. I already know.
Open your wallet. I mean, how much you want to? We can talk.
Sorry.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like I tell all my friends. I'm a poor black man in America.
All right. So, Numero de los Muertos is a game that we play every week, where I come up with a interesting death statistic. I give a number, and we play 20 questions between our guests and our viewers and listeners. So this week's number is 640 people die from this every year in the U.S.
Huh.
That's a bigger number than we've had.
Man, that's huge, man.
Yeah.
640 people in the U.S.
And this one surprised me.
Hopefully they ain't syphilis.
I did that.
Yeah, we already did that one.
I did syphilis.
What he means is that we did that as a category on the show.
I was just about to come back and say, y'all both did it together?
The family that catches it together stays together.
Hey, I hear they got medicine for that, so you better be careful.
It is not genetic.
It's
so to just give everybody a first clue, it is not an illness.
all right. It's not an illness.
What the hell kind of clue is that?
Vending machines falling on people.
What is it?
Vending machines falling on people.
No, but I did do that one. That was one of the. I want to say that was like the second one I did.
That was early on.
Yeah,
that was early on. Yeah.
640.
Is it? Are they workplace accidents?
Mm-mm.
Does it involve a vehicle or some mode of transportation?
It does not.
Hey, you can ask all them kind of clues.
Oh yeah, You guys ask whatever.
All right. Does it involve women?
I mean, it can.
It can. What kind of answer is that? It can. Either yes or no.
Here's the interesting part. Women are 60% of the statistic.
Oh,
40%.
well, that means that
also, but that's misleading because, well, for me, I thought it was going to be the other way.
Oh, that might be driving because women can't drive to save their life.
Okay. It does not only happen in one place. It is not crosswalking. It is not seizures. It is not cheating on a spouse. It is not sex. I did do sex a couple months ago.
I hope so. I hope you do it often.
Mm-hmm.
You are married, so I hope you do it often.
It is not abuse of substances.
Okay.
Skydiving.
Skydiving. How about skydiving? Let's try that one.
It is not skydiving.
Not skydiving.
Okay.
Ralph, what did you say?
Is it water related?
Oh, that's a good question, and it is not.
This is a good question, but it is not.
Is it?
Okay.
Is it a sporting activity?
It is not.
Is it something that you do in your everyday life?
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
It is not choking on food. Self-inflicted is no.
Not
So,
self-inflicted.
I'm going to put this in the accident category.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it is definitely the accident category.
Okay. Slipping. What about slipping and falling?
No. Well, here's
It involves chandeliers. Like sometimes they fall on people.
Chandeliers do fall, but it is not chandeliers. So, Orlando, you're kind of getting close in your last
slipping and falling. Yeah. Okay.
Quentin, again, that is starting to get into our realm.
What did Quentin say? I didn't see what Quentin said. I don't get to see.
He said falling off a building.
Hey, people don't fall off buildings, so they just jump. So
it is not being run over by your own car.
That takes skill to get run over by your own car. That takes skill.
So here is the big clue.
Okay.
Here's the big clue. It happens the week after Thanksgiving.
Oh, Black Friday being trampled.
Ooh, that's a good one. No.
Dang it!
After Thanksgiving.
Is it when you're cutting down a Christmas tree?
No.
No. All right.
You're getting there.
What about Christmas lights being on fire? Your house catching on fire.
I'm going to give it to you. It is Christmas lights.
I am a damn genius. Such a chocolate in the building.
Christmas
Such
lights.
a chocolate. I believe the children are our future. Such a chocolate. Clap for the band, damn it.
That boy good.
That boy good.
That boy good.
Yeah, good and terrible.
Oh,
I got to go back and watch that movie now.
I know.
hey, Ralph, you're welcome for me being smart. Thank you.
All right, so it's Christmas lights.
It's
So what
Christmas lights.
specifically?
Both indoor and outdoor Christmas lights.
Gets it on fire.
It's either falling off the roof, putting up Christmas lights. It's being electrocuted.
Who get electrocuted by Christmas lights?
A lot of trees starting on fire from Christmas lights.
Yeah.
So Christmas lights are responsible for 640 deaths a year.
That's why I don't celebrate Christmas. I can't die that day.
Yeah.
Q, you were on track, my friend.
Yeah, Q was on track, but Orlando.
Hey, Q, you don't get no cigar for that one. I won.
And
that the big L, Q.
Numero de los Muertos.
That was a good one. That was a really good one. I like that.
Sexual child.
All right, guys, we got a lightning round of questions, not cigar related.
Oh hell!
I'm going to start with you.
Uh-oh.
If you could hear the thoughts of one living person for 10 minutes, who would it be and why?
Oh man. Warren Buffett.
Woo! Woo! Love it.
Great answer.
That is such a good answer.
Great answer.
And the reason why, because it's mine. I want to know what he's thinking. Like, I want to know the next financial move so I can be rich.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I don't want to be rich. I want to be wealthy. I'm sorry, it's a difference.
Yeah.
Ralph, what about you?
He's gonna say something strange, y'all.
Well, it might be strange to some people. For me, it makes a lot of sense. James Mattis, a general in the Marine Corps, was the Secretary of Defense for a while.
I love
the
it.
guy's called Warrior Monk for a reason. When he would deploy, he would travel with a personal library of like 1,000 books with him. I would love just to hear what's going on, his thoughts, to be a master tactician. And a lot of guys in the Marine Corps, at least when I was in the Marine Corps, we're like, this dude is the second coming of Chesty Puller. Like, man, if I could just get in
Who the
that
hell
brain.
is Chesty Puller, man? Nobody know who that is. Explain to them people who the hell that is.
Well, Chesty Puller is the most decorated Marine Corps, the Marines Marine of the Marine Corps in all of history. 5 Navy Crosses.
Yep.
The guy went from E1 private all the way up to general. And
Thank
Madison
you so much.
is the second coming of Chesty. He's done a lot of great things for the Marine Corps, and you know, he was a good Secretary of Defense while he was there. I would just love to get in that mindset and see what's going on in that brain.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey, before you ask the next question, I'm gonna give you a background on Ralph. Ralph was in Special Forces. He could kill a dude with his hands. So guess what? If we come to an event and y'all got beef, I'm gonna stick Ralph on y'all.
There you go. Well, and honestly, we do thank you for your service, Ralph.
Yeah. Amen to that.
Appreciate the support. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Next question. Orlando, you first. If you were about to get into a fight, what would your soundtrack music be?
Oh, definitely. Many men wish death upon me. I got that 50 Cent going on.
That's good.
I thought I would have taken you for an old guy, like some DMX or
No, man. I gotta have that 50 in my life, man. You know, I can hear it playing in my head right now. And it's gonna be a problem because I'm gonna stick Ralph on you. I'm gonna distract you. I'm gonna act like I'm gonna be fighting. I'm like, yo, what's up? And Ralph gonna come behind you, go, and you're gonna stop breathing. It's gonna be over.
All right.
I'm too pretty to fight. Go ahead, Ralph.
Same question. If you were about to get into a fight, what would your soundtrack music be?
Or Fortuna by Carl. I forget his last name, but that is just an epic song in its own right there.
Ralph, what is this bullshit you talking? Who the fuck is that?
Hey, I can listen to classical music.
Bro, ain't nobody fighting to no damn classical music, Ralph.
Oh, you haven't heard that music. You haven't. That music is perfect fight music. That's music from Excalibur.
Hey, it's not in Fight Club.
YouTube Fortuna when we done with this, and you're welcome.
Yeah.
Yep.
that is good fight music. All right. So Ralph, you're going first on this one.
All right.
If you could hit a home or choose one of the following. You could hit a home run as a starting pitcher. You could score a touchdown as a defensive lineman, or you could score a hockey goal as the goalie or a soccer goal as the goalie.
Hockey goal is the goalie.
All right. That's
my jam. I mean, when I was on the reservation, we grew up with hockey. It was a beautiful sport. Even when we moved to California, I was a big Fresno Falcons fans when they were the Falcons. They're now the Monsters. I get stationed in San Diego. The San Diego Gulls were our big rivals. I'd be the only guy in that stadium repping the Falcons gear. I just love hockey.
You're the only Indian I know that like hockey. Come on, man. Stop that.
I'm the only thing you know.
That's true. The only people that like hockey is with hockey teams in their city. That's it. Shoot.
You're probably not wrong.
All right, Orlando, same question.
All right, give it to me again because I was too busy. I was waiting for what Ralph said because I was.
You got to choose one of the following. You could hit a home run as a starting pitcher. You could score a touchdown as a defensive lineman. You could score a hockey goal as the goalie, or you could score a soccer goal as the goalie.
Soccer is not a sport. It's recreation. It's definitely recreation. Hockey is I don't know if it's a sport either.
Hey,
Hey, look here. They only got like 3 brothers playing hockey, God dog. Did you tell me that now? It's only like 3 brothers playing hockey, and they ain't from America, but it's okay. They grew up in.
I'm watching the customers just drop out.
Hey, y'all, look, y'all. Hey, go ahead and say it, Ralph. The views, the views.
I'm not saying anything here.
So look, I want to be a defense. I played football at University of Texas. I want to be a defensive lineman so I could do the big nasty dance when I score a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Rub my stomach and
do that BJ Raji dance.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I remember the Raji dance.
All right.
Yep.
So if Orlando, if you could bring back one fashion trend from the past, what would it be?
Man, you know what? I'm gonna tell you this. Ralph has hair, and I am jealous. I am bald headed under this hat. If I could bring back flat tops and shags, I'm doing it. I'm definitely doing it.
Kid and play style?
Yes, kid and play style, baby.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
I love it.
I had that hair. Hair. As a white boy, I had that hair.
I used to have that hair too, long time ago. long time ago.
All right, Ralph, if you could bring back one fashion trend from the past, what would it be?
Well,
Ralph is still in the past.
I was going to go with hair because I love long hair. Like I said, I grew up. It was normal to have long hair on dudes. Since that's already been said, I would probably say lighter colors, more flamboyant colors on dudes. Like, makes fun of me all the damn time because this is probably the darkest shirt I wear. I got a lot of pink, a lot of seafoam, some mints.
What the hell is seafoam? What did I tell you about saying that in public?
Hey, I look good in seafoam.
No, you do not. You do not look good in seafoam. Is not a color. That's made up.
When I got married, the wife would tease me all the time that gray is not a color because that's all I wore was gray slacks and gray polos. So I said, okay.
No, not polo. Don't say Ralph Lauren because you do not wear Ralph Lauren. Stop it. You wearing Target brand. Stop that.
Hey, if it wasn't
you misrepresent what you wear. Hey, let me tell y'all something. Hey. Ralph will shop at Walmart, Target, and the flea market. I told him, I said, dude, I'm gonna teach you how to dress. You're terrible.
And I had to tell him, look, if we want this money for the business, I gotta cut corners somewhere. So that's what I did.
And it should not be on fashion.
I was shopping Joseph A. Bank, Brooks Brothers, Banana Republic. Those are my stores.
I know what we got to get. I know what we got to get. We got to get Ralph an outfit that looks like the old 1990 Color Me Bad with the cardigan and the baggy pants.
And he'll wear that like it's classic.
And neon colors. Yep. We got
yeah.
And a pair
with purple and orange Jordans. Ooh, man, that was the best
Jordans are too expensive. You got to get a pair of BKs
or Keds.
Woo. What about LA Gear? We go back in time when that was still a company.
Hypercolor.
Hey, you two. Hey, you two. We're gonna stop the interviewing with y'all because y'all encouraging that nonsense. He already wear arthritic shoes. With straps on them. He got Velcro shoes.
Oh yeah, dude. Hey, man, I'm an old man. Okay. When I was in the barracks, guys would call me Rice Krispie treats because I snap, crackle, and pop in the morning. I ain't got time to put laces on.
All right, next question. Orlando, you go first this time.
Okay, I'm ready.
Who was your childhood or teenage celebrity crush?
Ooh, man. All right, so I'm gonna do it like group wise. SWV, all of them.
Oh.
In Vogue, all of them.
All of them.
Every last one of them. Every last one of them. Yep, that's it. Yep.
Love it.
What about you, Ralph?
All right.
Humpty Dumpty or somebody?
Okay. As weird as it sounds, there's rhyme and reason to it.
Uh-oh, here you go,
Angela
y'all.
Lansbury.
I gotta go. I gotta go. I'll see you. Bye.
Did you say Angela Lansbury?
Yes.
That old lady?
Look, man, here's the thing. As a kid, I'd stay up. I watch those Dick and Night reruns of Murder She Wrote.
Ralph, be quiet. Angela Lansbury? That lady's old enough. She dead. She old enough. You gonna dig her up?
Ralph just went full Murder She Wrote on us.
My goodness. See, now y'all see what I deal with right now. Y'all see what I deal with on a daily basis.
All right. Follow-up question, Ralph. How many people do you have in your freezer?
Like whole people or just parts of people?
Hey, G, that was a great question, G. That was hilarious. Hey, Ted Bundy's his distant cousin. Don't worry about it. He's good.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, last question. Ralph, you go first this time. If you could add any person's face to Mount Rushmore, who would it be?
Oh, I'm an egomaniac, so it'd be my own.
Wow!
Oh. Hey, y'all set yourself up for that one. I already knew what the answer was.
You sure it wouldn't be Angela Lansbury? Maybe one of the Golden Girls. I don't know. Blanche.
Oh, B. Arthur, man. She's a pretty lady. Oh, that's an attractive woman.
Hey, y'all need to quit. Stop it. Just stop it.
All right. How about you, Orlando? Who would you put on more?
Okay, I got two. I'm going to put Tupac up there and Biggie.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like that.
I do too.
Two of the greatest rappers that ever lived.
Yeah, by far. All right. So we're going to talk about our notable smokable of the week. Guys, each week we bring up a cigar that we had recently that we thought was interesting. It could be something brand new to the market, or it could be something that's been on the market forever that we just smoked for the first time in a long time. So can you guys think of something that you smoked recently that you hadn't tried maybe in a while, or something brand new that you tried that really kind of caught your interest?
For me, it was earlier today, that CAO Vision, the 2020 edition.
Mm-hmm.
I came in the shop, start my shift. They're like, hey, we got this with our most recent order. Give it a try, smoke it. So this way you know what's going on when the customers ask. Godspeed. Damn, that was a good cigar.
Oh, yeah?
The original run was really good too. I have yet to have the new release, but I'm hearing good things.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I know. I knew it was coming out, so I'm glad it's starting to hit stores now.
And they're doing that box that.
Lights up.
Yeah.
Orlando, what about you? Anything interesting you smoked recently?
So I smoke a lot of different things. I think the Tawate, the Frankenstein, Ralph gave me a bunch of them, and I kind of just left them. I kind of just left them in my humidor, and I smoked a couple of them yesterday, and they were really excellent. You know, they make really good stuff. Yeah. And the bride too is really good too as well. Yeah, those guys make the bride.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
What about you, Garrett?
Well, I have an interesting story with mine. So I smoked the Illusione Gold.
Okay.
And it was fantastic. And I started looking up the blend. And I saw that the blend said 98 Criollo and 99 Corojo. And, you know, I was thinking, what does that mean? And so I reached out to our buddy Hector Alfonso Jr. Senior, and was like, what does it mean when it's, you know, when it says this 98 and this 99? And he schooled me, and we got into this great conversation about that was the year that these blends became stable, or the seed of that tobacco became stable. It was a hybrid, the Criollo in 98 and the Corojo in 99.
Yep.
And so a little education piece there, and that cigar is fantastic. It's a great cigar.
Nice. Yeah, Illusione is good stuff. So for me, again, I was in Indianapolis over the weekend, and my man Zane from Blind Man's Puff lives nearby there, and so Saturday morning we met up at a cigar box in one of the suburbs there and sat down, picked out a couple cigars, and caught up after a couple of years we haven't seen each other. And I grabbed one that I hadn't smoked in a few years, the AJ Fernandez New World Connecticut. And I just forgot how much I really enjoy that cigar. You know, it's you know, it's one of those Connecticut's that has some balls to it, but it's still really balanced and has a ton of flavor. So really enjoyed that one, and great catching up with Zane after a couple of years not talking, not being able to see him at the trade show. So yeah, that was my notable smokable of the week.
Cool.
So just to give our viewers and listeners an idea of some stuff we have coming up soon. Next week's guest is to be announced. We're working on final scheduling details, but we'll have that out to you very soon. The following week on December 8th, we're going to talk to none other than Master Sensei himself, Eric Gatormson from Cigar Dojo. And then the following week on December 15th, we're going to talk to Danny Vasquez about the amazing, awesome relaunch of The Voyage. Very excited to hear about that story. You know, he kind of went a separate way for a little while and working with Roma Craft Cigars. And then when he left Roma Craft, I had a feeling something big was coming for him. And sure enough, he posts on Facebook, posts on social media that The Voyage is relaunching. So we're really excited for him and excited to hear about this story and kind of see where things are going for The Voyage. So Orlando and Ralph, guys, give us that final idea. Where's the best place for our viewers and listeners to get all the latest and greatest info about you guys?
Well, we have our Instagram, Divine Leaf Cigars, and you can join. You can friend me on Facebook, Orlando G, and you can join our group cigar. Huh?
With two E's.
With two E's, yes.
Yeah.
Orlando G with two E's, and you can join our club, the Cigar Horror Club. We'll be dropping some exclusive stuff on our Cigar Horror Club page. We have a ad coming out for the Cigar Club, and then the divineleaf.com will be up on December 20th, and the first 100 people get free ashtrays because Ralph giving away shit again. And he might give away some more stuff because Ralph give away, and you can get our gear too. If y'all see this hat I got on, it's called Divine Leaf, and it says the taste of excellence.
Nice.
We have gear, t-shirts coming out. Yeah, man, we really rocking this thing right now. We're gonna have a great time, and then we're doing an event in North Carolina, and in June. We'll be in Houston at McCoy's Fine Cigars. They'll have their exclusive vendor for us, and the Burning Leaf will have our product too. In Virginia, and anybody else want to carry us, hit us up, and we'll make it happen.
Awesome. Well, Orlando, Ralph, we want to thank you so much for your time tonight. For
thank you for having us.
Story. Oh, Mike, it's our pleasure.
Absolutely.
You guys are doing a great thing, and it's a great product. For viewers and listeners, please check them out. We wouldn't advocate for them if we didn't believe in the product and the people behind it. So thanks again, guys.
Hey, man. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate you, man. Hey, we family, like I told you, man. Hey, anything y'all need from us, you let us know, and we're there, as long as it's not cold.
Don't worry, I'm okay with the cold to a degree, so I might come out solo.
All right,
Ralph, you're welcome.
I'm not coming.
No.
If it's snow on the ground, I won't be there. Y'all have a great night. Hey, like I say all the time, if you got them, light them up and enjoy life, people.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Hey, and you guys and everybody listening and watching, have a great Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful Thanksgiving and a great holiday season.
Absolutely. And Orlando and Ralph, after we close out the show, stay on the studio. We want to talk a little bit more just for a couple minutes.
Okay,
sure thing.
No problem.
So all our viewers and listeners, thank you again so much for hanging with us on Facebook and YouTube. If you're listening on the audio podcast after the fact, thank you again for listening to us. Take just a second. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode. If you're on YouTube, make sure to hit the notification bell so you never miss when we go live. You can do the same thing on Facebook. As always, if you guys have questions for Garrett or I, you can email us directly from the website, howaboutthatcigar.com. Make sure to follow us on social media at HBT Cigar. And until we see you next time, burn cigars,
not bridges.
See you guys.
Thanks, everybody.